Hello and welcome friends. This is actually my second attempt at recording this video since I forgot to turn my microphone on. So here goes. So this video was originally meant to be about moving from Windows to Linux and Linux Mint in particular. So since Microsoft is including all kinds of AI crap that I don't want and don't want to live with, I decided to partially move to Linux Mint. So I dual booted my system. I'm exploring the system, see if I can daily drive it, use it, and what can be basically done. And I'm at the stage where pretty much 90% of what I do in my computer can be run on Linux. So this is my desktop. But today I'm going to be a little bit more specific, and I'm going to talk about gaming and two games in particular, and it's American Truck Simulator and a Euro Truck Simulator. So these games can run natively on Linux via Steam. So I've installed the games in the past. The game itself works fine, but the only problem is that I'm using a Logitech G29 steering wheel with the gear shifter, and the gear shifter does not work on Linux in the native version. That was problem number one, and problem number two was music. Since there was no music folder like in Windows where you could just drop your MP3s, or you can edit the notepad file where you can add your own radio stations. But as it turned out, after a little investigation, searching for YouTube, I was able to find a guide from 9 years ago. It's 2025 when I'm recording this. So I was able to follow the steps and get it to run. So I'm going to show you the folder first. So first what you need to do is to open files, click view, and show hidden files, because the file itself, this is what it looks like. If you press show hidden files, it's going to show you more. So the actual folders, like in Windows, are here. You press local, share, and here you have it, American Truck, Euro Truck. Here, music folder. So I've added an MP3. We're gonna test this later. So there's one song. Let's go back to Euro Truck Simulator. Yes, two songs, test songs. So Euro Truck. Just another thing that I want to add is that I found the settings that allowed me to change a few things how the game is run. And here's the thing. As I mentioned before, the game was previously running fine. Nothing looked different to a Windows version. The only thing was that no music, no gear shifter. But maybe after an update or something has happened, but the graphics changed for some reason. And although the game is set to be in full HD, 1920 to 1080, the image is stretched and doesn't look high res. So it looks weird. But I managed to find the settings where you can change it to run it normally. Okay, let's start with Euro Truck, because I haven't changed the settings here. Everything looks just as it was. The image is a little bit stretched. You will see that the menu options are closer to the left side. When I press continue, you're gonna see that the image on the loading screen is gonna be stretched almost all the way to both sides. So let's have a look. See, it's almost on both sides. Look at the little gaps on both sides. Doesn't look good. When I open the game, does not look good. Maybe you can see it better, but on the screen it looks a bit stretched. So I can't use the gear shifter in this mode, in this version. But what I can do is look two files, and I can play them. I won't play them because of copyright reasons, especially not Who. Radio stations. I was able to add the radio stations here at the bottom. So that works fine in the native version. If you don't change any settings, if you install it from Steam, you can run it. But the problem is no gear shifter, and I haven't been able to change the graphic settings Even if you change it in the game to the max, it's gonna look terrible. To me, at least. So I was playing with the settings a little bit, and I was able to find out that if you open Steam, if you open the game and you click on the options here, properties, compatibility, and force it running through the Proton layer, like you would with all the other games that do not work on Linux natively, you run it through Proton. Let's see what happens. Oh, another thing is that I need to show you this before I run the game. Local, share, American Truck Simulator, music, one file. Okay, and now let's run the game. Okay, let's skip that. See, you probably won't be able to see it, but the options are a little further away from the left side. Now you will see the most when I press continue. The image won't be stretched all the way to both sides. Let's have a look at that now. See, there's a wider gap, so the image is as it should be, and this is how it looks like when you run it on Windows. This was benefit number one, and another benefit, however you won't be able to see it. Start the engine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the gear shifter works, and you don't even have to have the LG the LG Hub app installed on your PC like you do in the Windows. So works. You just change the settings to Proton layer. The graphics are working fine. Plus the gear shifter works, which is a major bonus. So now I can fully enjoy the game just like I would on Windows. So here's another reason to fully migrate to Linux. This is what this video is mainly about. It's about living on Linux. But there's one problem. When I open my music settings, no music. I haven't been able to figure this out. So if you run it through Proton, it won't recognize the MP3s in your folder, and it won't find the songs, the radio stations that I've added. So you have to make a sacrifice here. Graphics and gaming or music. The other thing that you can do is to just, let's pause the game for a second. You can just open Google and run some radio station. Okay, this is a workaround, so you can just run the music through the browser or just open your MP3s this way. It won't run natively through the game, but it's a workaround, something you can live with. Another reason to switch to Linux if you don't like all kinds of Microsoft's Copilot and all the other AI crap. Another reason to go, everything else works fine. So that was just my take on this little issue. So I would recommend Linux, and if you're struggling with the same issues that I have, now you know what to do. So thanks for watching, and until next time, if there will be a next time, bye bye.